let's make something different than black, because for some reason we've been doing everything so dark. So let's do purple. And you can use any background. So another technique I'm going to show you how to use glitter is like people call it chrome technique now. So it's basically rubbing the glitter into the nail, because many nail technicians think that you can only do it with a hollow or with pigments, but you can do it with the glitters as well. And honestly, many years ago, before all this chrome trend appeared, we used to rub the glitter into the nail, and actually this is what you have. So it's not just applied glitter, it is rubbed. And what's the difference is when you apply it like sugar just on top, or when you mix it with a top coat and apply it with a brush, or you rub it. The difference is that in this case they will all lay down flat in one single layer, and this actually gives it a different look. And also what matters is the cure time and what are you rubbing it on. So you can rub it into sticky layer, you can do it with a sticky layer of the color, sticky layer of the top coat, or you can also use a tack-free top coat and under-cure it and then rub it. This is the same background and the same pigment, but here it was rubbed after curing for 15 seconds in the LED lamp, and this one after curing for 45 seconds. So you see there is a huge difference, because here the pigment laid down on several layers, and here it's really thin. That's why it's so shiny and prism. So you can try it with the regular glitters as well, and you will always get a different look. And also, let me show you, I have hollow flakes here. And also there is a black background underneath them all, but you see this and this are slightly different, because also here we have less cure time, here we have more cure time. So the more cure time of the tack-free top coat you have, the less sticky layer is on the surface, and that means the flakes will be more flat. But once you over cure it too much, they won't stick. So it's all about working with your particular product, with your top coat, with your glitters or flakes to find this right time. I applied the color, and depending on the brand you're working with, sometimes the colors, they have really, they don't have a sticky layer. In this case, you cannot work right on the color. And in some brands, like the one I'm using now, the sticky layer is too intense. It's like too slippery, and that's also not very good for this technique. So that's why I will use top coat, which has a sticky layer, and apply it like I'm just sealing it. And now we need to fully cure it. For me, it's 1 minute in LED. And then we can take any glitter that we want and rub it in. Actually, we called it, in Russia, we call it mirror technique, even though it's not really a mirror. I mean, you can't really see your reflection, but the reason is that, all glitter, it's just lined up into one thin layer, and, well, I think it looks pretty good. And like I told you, I recommend you to do swatches with all your colors, all your glitters, and they will always show up in a different way. Especially the glitters, they are not just single color, but if they have at least one other shade other than the main color. And by the way, I should have made a quest for it. So this is the blue, this one. This is the blue glitter on top of different colors. Like on the black, you see it's not really blue, it's green. So, it really makes, and now I think this, pearl style mermaid powders, they're really trending. So also you can use different glitters, and they do not have to be necessarily with the very small particles, like big ones will also work. Okay, now it is cured, and what we need to do is to put on the gloves, because we are going to work with a bit of a sticky layer, and this is highly allergic product, and we don't want to get direct contact with the skin. So we need to wear gloves. By the way, it's better to wear them all the time. Okay, put our triangle, do not waste it, and simply apply it on top. Well, I don't really like the, I already told you that, I believe, this kind of jars with glitter, because it's really hard to take it out. And then we simply rub it on top. And you don't waste too much on one nail, because they will be all lined up in a flat layer. So now you only need to rub it back and forth, and don't be afraid, once like the first layer is set, it will stay there. Just don't use like your nail, or don't scratch the surface. This is the only way how you can mess it up. And now you see the small excess parts of the glitter. This is something we can remove with our finger or just with a brush. And here, this is, see, it looks kind of, yeah, kind of like a mirror. I know mermaids, it's unicorn skins. I think this is kind of looks like it. Okay, so there was a sticky layer underneath, so we don't need to cure it now, because, well, there's just nothing to cure. And now we only need to seal it. And I recommend to seal it with a top coat with a sticky layer. And also another tip for better sealing is to take a buffer and to slightly buff the free edge, because you will inevitably get some particles of glitter over there, and if you seal them, they still might separate or peel. So just very slightly clean it from the side walls and from the free edge, and seal after that. Almost cured, and this is how it looks. And I already showed you different examples with different colors, and this is something I recommend you to do to expand your colors to your clients. And you can do the same, like I already said, with all your different powders. Like this is also like the hollow with the different backgrounds, and always put a dot, or you can write the name of the background you're using and the name of the glitter if you have one, so you will not get confused when you will be looking for, you know, what you are doing.